Hello everyone and welcome back to Phantasy Star. Last time we left Twin Town for what is hopefully the last time, and with it the horrible Dezorians. So let's make our way through the access tunnel back to the surface and see where we end up today. But first we have to get past these goldens. Really, Mr. Goldlands, was that such a terribly good idea? Looks like the Dezorians still haven't got around to working out that bat problem. That's fine with me, because it's easy cash. Alright, here we go. Seriously, Phantasy Star encounter rates. I've discussed this before, but they really are a bit strange. They have this antagonistic tendency of whenever you are actually trying to get somewhere, the encounter rate is hilariously high. While when you are actively trying to grind, you only run into non-violent enemy parties. Oh, no enemy parties at all, making things endlessly difficult. And here is me trying to navigate this little maze-like access tunnels, trying to make it back to the north-central area of Dezoris. Really, I'm going to post a map of Dezoris in the thread once I've left this planet, because it really needs to be seen to be believed. Right, let's get into the Land Rover to get some proper pace here, and let's ignore that cave and move on to the west instead. See what we can find. Some lonely skeletons out walking in the snow. What are they doing out here anyway? Well, they're quickly dispatched, so let's just grab these mesetas and be on our way. And immediately ran into a floating green sea creature. Really, Sega? And some blue slimes. Blue slimes have an interesting ability in that they can heal themselves at will, however, seeing as, well, our current heavy hitters, Alice and Odin, both can one-shot them, that doesn't really help them terribly much. Another interesting detail is that the AI will not actually check the current hit points of the slime before activating the heal ability, as you saw there. So a slime with 40 out of 40 hit points decided to try and heal itself. Right, it looks like we found something, so let's hop off and see where it is. But before doing anything else, let's save. I do not want to make this trip again. Oh yes, we are the mischief makers. Let's see, I have no idea where I am. Great, zombies. Zombies apparently fast enough to catch up to the party when it tries to run away. I bet Noah's tripped on his robe or something. Ugh, mages. The thunder spell in action there. Useful, though very expensive in MP, so you can't really use it quite as frequently as you would like. And this here is the problem with zombies. They have fairly high hit points, their attack animation takes forever. And the loot sucks. They are basically terrible enemies in every way. And I still not quite understand how they drool on your party members to hurt them. I mean, are the party members just standing there going, "Ah, zombie, no, don't drool on me, please!" And then they get drooled on and somehow that lessens their will to live. I mean, sure, there are many silly attacks in role-playing games, but zombie drool really does take the cake. Well, so far we've only run into zombies. Which might mean that we're in the morgue mentioned by one of the elderly villagers back in Skure earlier. That's quite a few episodes back, but apparently the dead had come back to life in this, well, morgue out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, I don't know quite how morgues work in the Phantasy Star world, but I would expect them to at least be somewhere near an urban area. But on the other hand, in a world where you actually have magical zombies walking around, I do suppose that the morgue would look more like a heavily fortified bunker with 3 sets of vault doors in the middle of a desert somewhere. Because no one would be willing to... Oh, you cocks. Yes, I still intend mischief. Now get out of my way. If I haven't mentioned it before, I really dislike trapdoors, because there is no way to detect them. You only know where they are once you've already fallen down once and memorized exactly where. Now, if you, like me, are running blind through a dungeon that can be 5 or 6 labyrinthine floors, it's quite hard to keep track of exactly where in the identical hallways you actually fell down. Luckily, in this case, the trapdoor was immediately before a door, which means that basically every time I see a door from now on, I will poke the floor with sticks before moving on. Like here, maybe. Now, Meow has a trap spell, which is basically a trap detecting and trap deactivation spell. So I will be using that to probe the floor. You notice there that I did not actually go down the stairs. That is because I recall the door I am looking for actually being on the first floor. I really want to know what was behind that door. Seeing as it was guarded by a trapdoor, even Phantasy Star has to make enough sense that there's actually something valuable behind it. But then again, this is Phantasy Star, so I suppose that the trapdoor is just a trick to attract me again. When I get in there, it's probably just the bomb in the treasure chest. I wonder how many zombies I've killed down here already. I mean... Ah, here we go. Ha! Trap disarmed. So, let's see what our reward is. A treasure chest. Wonderful. And an arrow. Oh! The Laconian armor. Well, this was quite a prize. Compared to what I had to go through to get the bloody mirror shield and draconian sword and mystic axe earlier, I have to say that this was a lot simpler. It was on the first floor of a dungeon full of relatively low-level enemies, and the only thing preventing me from getting at it was a trapdoor. Wow. Alright, that earned me the best armor in the game. I put it on Odin, as you saw, since, well, he's made out of glass. But now he actually has the highest defense total of everyone, so let's hope that actually helps him. Getting back in the Land Rover, it's time to explore some more. So we've been to the west, let's head to the south, I suppose. And to the west. Let's see, we have another cave here. I suppose we will be getting off. See what wonderful new friends we can make in here. Stairs down. And stairs up. And a room that is literally just a stairs up. Wow. That was a very short access tunnel, and boy am I glad to see that. Let's get back in the Land Rover and see if we can find something fun to play with. Such as a wyvern, perhaps. What are you doing out here, wyvern? You're a cold-blooded animal. You can't... I mean... What are you doing in the middle of the icy wastes of Dezoris? It makes no sense. Nothing up there. Ah, here we are. Another ziggurat. Or tower, or dungeon, well, whatever you prefer. Basically it's another maze full of bad guys. Let's just hop in there, shall we?